Grand Rising, everyone, or grand setting, whatever time to sit you. I hope you guys are safe during this coronavirus. I know you see me post up a lot of games and stuff, but seriously, people are being sick, are getting sick. So at the time, just hoping that you stay safe at this moment, and practice safe shit. Besides that, though, I'm here with Bethany, because Bethany Rucker in the Rucker Report. So she had a post that set up earlier. Is it possible for a man or woman to properly love a person if their soul is still severely wounded? And this is just my opinion. My opinion doesn't mean shit to anybody but me. And if it does mean shit to you, I appreciate it, because it means that you care what I have to say. It's impossible for a man or woman to properly love a person if their soul is still severely wounded. The answer is no. You cannot love somebody if you are still severely wounded. All you're doing is you're hoping that person can fix you. Fix yourself. Everybody call it on Jesus, right? Have Jesus fix you. But please don't go and expect that somebody else in a relationship is supposed to come and fix you. If you are severely wounded, you need to go and you need to heal. You need to have a time, you need to have a process and a time to heal. You shouldn't be just going out or willy-nilly jumping into the next relationship, because that's what we normally do. Are you doing? I am, yeah. Text me. Yeah, I am. Ish, yeah. Get back to me on that one. I did. I did a couple more too. But right now everybody's scared about, this whole, even though everybody wants their whole stimulus package, people are still skeptical. People are still waiting for their W-2s in the mail and online, if them things are still working. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, that we'll come and talk later. Is it possible for a man or woman to properly love a person if their soul is still severely wounded? This is just my opinion and my opinion only. The answer is no. I think that you need to heal and you need to change. Most of us, and I'm going to be the person that probably says shit that a lot of people don't want to hear. I sound shallow. I don't give a fuck no more. Most of us get into relationships. That's what we do. We go from fair relationship, and then we either hop into a marriage or we get into something. We're like, this is the person who's going to fix us. But mind you, we've been failing all these other times. And we've been failing thinking that it's other people when it's really us. The red flags that you are posting for somebody else, that's your red flags. That's your shit. That's your problem. Deal with the shit. If you don't like liars, that means that you're a liar yourself. And you just don't like the fact that other people lie to you, and you don't even know how to deal with it yourself. Everybody's a mirror for you. But you should not go into a relationship and you're wounded, and then now you're going into a healthy person like, here, come and fix me. That's fucked up. I'm not Captain Save nobody. I'm not Captain Save a hoe. I'm not Captain Save a student. I'm not Captain Save a person. I'm not Captain Save you from COVID, unless you're my kids. Why? Because at the end of the day, heal self first. When you on a plane and the plane's going down, what do they say? Put your shit on first, then put on somebody else's. So you expect me that I'm hurt to now go and put on this other person's, but I'm still hurt in this relationship? What am I getting out of it? Now, the person who's with me, they're not going to deal with shit that they have nothing to deal with. They have nothing to do with my hurt and my pain, and they're dealing with it. Oh, this last female, she fucked me over, so now I'm going to fuck you over. You remind me of the same chick the last time. No, it don't work that way. People need to literally heal on their own. And once you heal on your own, and then once you heal and you upgrade yourself, then people will start coming to you who match your energy. But if you are still wounded, you're going to attract wounded people. Why do I keep on attracting people like this? I don't understand why. Because you're wounded yourself and you don't see it. I had to learn that. Why do I keep attracting the same energy type of female? Not every female was the same, but the same type of energy. It was because I didn't let that energy go. I had a problem with that type of energy. So now I don't deal with females who got that energy. I don't care how you look. Is it possible for somebody to love a person whose soul is wounded? That's hard. You are going to fight a hard battle. I'm going to say that. If you want to go sit there and say, oh, but I love the person, you are going to fight a hard battle. You're doing it on your own. You are fighting a hard battle. And for what? You're going to fight a hard battle for someone who's not even trying to change themselves and who's severely wounded? Hurt people hurt people. Trust me, I know, Dr. Steven, Dr. Angela, I hurt people. When I was hurt, I was hurting people. Hurt people hurt people. When I was hurt, I was hurting people. That's why I'm in the process of healing. I just went through a divorce. You think now I'm going to sit there and go from failed relationship, failed relationship, now to go to another failed relationship without healing myself first to know what I want and what I don't want? And why do I keep on having these failed relationships over and over again? It's because there's something wrong with me. The energy in my energy was attracting certain people. Now that my energy has changed, now that there's love and there's not hurt, now that there's self-authenticity and not just on some, I'm waiting for someone because I want somebody to come and fix me. That's the issue. That's some of the issues, some of the problems that we got. People are severely wounded and they're going out and they're still being in relationships, wounding other people and wounding other people and wounding other people. And all of a sudden people don't like you and people don't like you. It's impossible for a man or a woman to be healed and then to properly heal someone who is not healed. I'm not your psychiatrist. I'm not your... Unless we had established that from the beginning, and that's what my job is to do, and that's what we have established as the requirement and as the standards in our relationship, not the expectation, then by all means, yes. But if you're wounded, and I know you're wounded coming in, from a distance, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to be like, hey, let's try to heal this thing and then let's see where it could work. If I find out you're wounded and you were in the relationship already and we're just chilling, that's a whole different other story. But then it depends on how much of the wound that you are now expressing and you're now giving towards me. Because now if I'm taking your severely wounded self and I didn't do anything to you, you're not dishing out wounds and I didn't do nothing to you, I'm not a dumping ground. I'm not just going to sit there and just let you dump on me. It's not happening. I'll give you an example. My 600-pound life. Some people might say I'm shallow. Some people might say, Carlos, you sound fucked up. And you know what? I might sound it because guess what? Ain't nobody else saying this shit. I can't watch that show. To me, it disgusts the shit out of me. And I can't watch it either because I watch these little boys, not men. These little boys sit there and they'll get abused. They'll get verbally abused by these women. Sometimes even physically abused. Bro, you don't love yourself. You don't love yourself if you're getting abused by a woman who can't even get the fuck out the bed. You're loving someone who's severely wounded because you are severely wounded and you feel that you can't love someone else. There is love out there for you. It's not a hurt person who's coming to love you. Everybody needs a time to fucking heal. Period. If you got out of a relationship, heal. Most men, what we're supposed to do is get out of a relationship, get your shit together for a small, long period, and then literally jump right back into another woman. Because if not, and you don't get that validation, you're going to be stuck on your ex. Your ex is going to be pulling you, severely wounded, be thinking about her. You're going to be all depressed. I can't really speak on women because I'm not a woman. So let me not jump over the boundaries and say how women think and how they feel. Can't do that. I can express what men do and how men would feel and how men would act during that time. You know what I'm saying? So a severely wounded person, you're not going to want to be there and just be like, all right, I'm just going to just chill there with that person. They're just verbally, physically abusing you because they're wounded themselves. Fuck out of here. If you want to be wounded by yourself, you could wound yourself somewhere else. I ain't got time for that. No. I've learned if somebody's soul ain't properly healed, leave them alone. Move. I'm not here to save you and fix you. That's Jesus' job. If y'all want to call on Jesus, that's Jesus' job. Take the wheel, Jesus. But that wouldn't be fair to me if I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I'm good. My mind is right. I'm healthy. I'm good. And I know that you're going through a situation. I know you fucked up. And then I'm like, yeah, let me just kind of go deal with that, knowing that my life is all good. That's somebody who's crazy. Unless the dick or the pussy's that good. Unless, you know what I'm saying, that person is literally like blowing your mind off the top and you're like, oh my God. That's the only reason why. But most of us, many of us stay in relationships that other people are severely wounded, or we are severely wounded ourselves. And we stay thinking, okay, let's just kind of throw this on the side. Let's kind of fix this. And maybe if we fix this, maybe if we talk about it a little more, maybe it might work out. It's not working out that way. Oh, first let me give a shout out to everybody who's in here, because there's people walking in and out. Hey, yo, Bisha. What's going on, Rich? Haven't seen you in a while, cuz. Hey, Kaya. Hope everything is well up there. Tamika. Hey, Ebony. What's going on? Dr. Angela, thank you so much. Hurt people do hurt people. Crush Poe, my man Jeff. Bunny. Bethany, as usual. Gabriel. So, yeah. When it goes back to that, severely, it's impossible for a man or woman to properly love a person if their soul is still severely wounded. If your soul is still wounded, you can't love nobody. And you can't love them right. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to them. Why do that? Why not keep it funky with you and the person and say, listen, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for a relationship between you and I. I'm not ready for, no, I'm not ready. Oh, but I don't want to lose you. Because you're so right for me right now. And I don't want to lose you. Scarcity mentality. Whatever's yours, right? If it's theirs, it ain't going nowhere. You, stay high. What's going on, bro? JCL. But nah, it just goes back to, again, can a person, and it might sound like, oh, Carlin's just hurt and all this. No, I've been through a lot of relationships. I've actually observed more relationships than even my own. And I've just seen it. I'm just the one that's not scared to talk about just the shit that's going down. The fact that certain people shouldn't be in relationships. The relationship should be over. This quarantine right now got people in the house with people they don't want to be in relationships with. You, besides your parents, besides your kids who you stuck in the house with, who many of you don't even want to be stuck in the house with your own goddamn kids. But then you're also stuck in the house with a person you don't want to be with, who's severely wounded or who severely wounded you. There's no healing. Instead, everybody just watching TV, panicking about other stuff. No self-healing, no upgrading of self. And then wonder why you're stuck in the same situation you're in. Why do I keep on attracting the same person? Because you have not healed yet. You haven't healed. So when you deal with your bullshit, and when you clear your bullshit out, and you good, you good. I know my flaws. I know my shadow. I know my flaws. I know my shadow. I love my flaws. I love my shadow. Do you love yours? Are you okay and you willing to sit there and say, hey, I'm not going to do this because you're wounded, and I'm not going to deal with I'm not going to deal with your woundedness and how you're treating me? Or is somebody willing enough to sit there and say that I'm not okay right now. I'm not willing to be in a relationship with you? Some of y'all this Rona got y'all wanted to jump into relationships. Well, let me get booed up because I need somebody to cover up with during the Rona. Don't have a baby, and the next you know, in January, your child is Corona and some shit, you know, Sharona. Ron is the nickname because you wasn't getting your stuff together, and you and the person was just being stupid. And the next thing you know, oh, well, you know, we were wounded, but we found each other through the coronavirus. No. If you are wounded, if you got out of a relationship, if you've been wounded by your parents, if you've been wounded by somebody other than yourself, and even if you've wounded and lied and you've hurt yourself, you need time to heal. You need time to heal. I don't believe that anybody should be with somebody who's severely wounded. That's just my take. I mean, this is just my opinion. You don't have to care for it. You don't have to believe in it. You don't even have to like it. This is just mine. You can sit there all you want to say, yeah, I like to heal people. I love to do that, and that's you. But guess what? I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of being the healer. Because I'll listen. I'll listen to you. I'll even try to fix your situation. That's what men do. We try to fix situations. But after that, like, when are you going to decide to heal from your own shit? When are you going to decide to deal from the hurt that your mama, your dad gave you, or your siblings gave you, or your first gave you, or your teacher gave you, or God gave you? When are you going to let go? When are you going to let go of that so that you can properly let someone heal, let someone love you first, or you love someone? You know, I heard someone say something similar, and I cannot imagine having been in this experience with any man other than my husband. It's not just that I love him. It's that we make the best freaking team. We are real friends, and we are on the same wavelength. I didn't even think about this as a reality. It's actually proving me that we are on purpose. Yep. Thank you so much for sharing. And then you also have to realize this too, and it's something that you said. It's a couple things you said. So number one, you pointed out, you can't imagine having this experience with another person other than your husband, which means that your husband is then the person who's sitting there, and your husband is the one who you literally have this connection with. It's not just the love, it's that we make the best freaking team. You guys are real friends. So severely wounded people, if y'all are friends, one person's wounded, the other one's not, what eventually happens? What goes down the list? So if y'all are not a team, if y'all not working on the same goals, if y'all not working on the same dreams, y'all are unequally yoked. One person's suffering more than the other one is. Who the fuck is it? That becomes the real question. You know what I'm saying? The reality hits where right now you have so many people, so many relationships that are not working out. That are not. We can lie to ourselves and try to lie to ourselves and try not to. There are many relationships that are not working out right now, and people are faking the funk because they are either severely wounded or their partner severely wounded. I'm telling you right now, I'm taking a break. I'm telling you right now, I'm taking time to heal myself. I've been through shit. So for me to sit there and lie to myself and be like, oh, I want to be in a relationship, I'm lying to myself, and I'm lying to any female that even tries to approach me. I ain't got time for that. Right now, I got time for making shit for my kids. I got 3 to take care of. Those are my seeds. That's what I care about. Anybody who's severely wounded, you need to come and you need to be healed within yourself before you go and you talk to somebody else, because all you're going to do is end up in another broken relationship and then still repeating the same broken ass cycle over and over again. Someone would begin to ruin an unintentional, just because hurt people don't operate in calm, they often need crisis to feel normal. Yes. You know how many times you could be in a relationship, everything is going real good, everything is going good, and you know it's going good, but because you're fucked up and because you haven't healed, you're like, I need to think of a plan to fuck this shit up so that I can be right about my justifications and I know all people are bad. No. Not everyone's the same. I treat everyone accordingly. Everyone is treated differently. How you treat me is how I treat you back. So people ruin stuff intentionally from the beginning because they don't know how to heal themselves. You got somebody out there, they calling you, they texting you, they coming to see you, and then you stop calling, you stop texting. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm too scared. I don't know what this person's gonna do. If the person's not for you, they're not for you. If a person's intentionally fucking shit up, this is what I do now. I tell you, keep the same energy. So if your energy is now dying, something's changing. It's okay. You're hurt. So now you're trying to hurt me by not talking to me. If I told you that communication is my thing, you're trying to hurt me by not seeing me. If I told you that seeing you is my thing, if I told you that physical touch, you're not going to touch me anymore. So that's what you're doing. No problem. You're intentionally doing it. I'm going to intentionally leave your ass right there. Stay there too. Stay where you at. Ain't nobody got time. I'm 37 years old. Ain't nobody got time. If I was 27 and we were talking, I had plenty of time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Coronavirus is out here. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Hurt people. Trust me, I've walked around, I've hurt people. Probably people here on this live that I've hurt. Hurt people. There's probably people in this life that hurt me too. Hurt people hurt people. I'm at a point right now, I'm not in the business of hurting you. I'm in the business of keeping it real funky with you. If you feel that your feelings get hurt from what I say, that's you. That's on you. But I have to protect my peace. I have to protect my energy. Because if I don't, then severely wounded people will have me severely wounded. And what does that look like if my energy is not diminished? Because somebody who's severely wounded feels like they can take all the light from me. No, it's not happening. Some people need to stay in their misery. Some people will enjoy that. Some people don't know how to change. They enjoy it. They love the drama. Stay with that. Don't bring that shit over here. No. I'm at a place right now I'm healing. If you're healing too, different story. If you're severely wounded and you're healing, different story. That right there, you're moving upward. Your healing process is going to be amazing. Amazing. But if you're severely wounded, you're here, and you just going down here, or you just assume that somebody's going to come and just, then you got it all mistaken. You got to run. You got to go. You got to go. I ain't got time for that shit. I don't. And here's why I don't. Because I used to be severely wounded, and I used to expect people to heal me. Listen to what I have to say. Hear me because I'm hurting. My parents hurt me when I was younger, and there was things that happened to me, and I need you to heal me like my mommy. Your woman is not your mom, just like your man is not your daddy. Heal yourself. A lot of y'all ain't healing. A lot of y'all ain't healing from your parents. Let's have a real talk. Let me go back and do another live, and everybody get back on. Let's talk about parents and the severely wounded shit that we got from our parents, and we've trickled it down into our relationships now. That's why some of y'all are severely wounded. You're still fucked up with your parents. Grown ass people. It's impossible for you to love because you didn't even see what love was in your parents' relationship. I don't see no likes on that one. I don't see nothing. Y'all niggas is quiet now. I see that. Man. Some of y'all are parents yourselves. Severely wounded. Right now, when I say I'm taking the time for me, I'm taking the time for me. If I'm not right, my kids ain't right. If I'm not right, nobody's not. My students ain't right. If I'm not right, nobody around me ain't right. So then why would I expect to be in a relationship with somebody who ain't right? Then when you go and you look at the person's parents, you be like, wait. I can tell you about my mom. I can tell you about my dad. I'm never quiet. I know you're never quiet. I know you're never quiet. You're hilarious. You're never quiet. But nah. I mean, let's go to the wounding of parents. Let's go to the fact that some of us still haven't healed from our parents wounding us, and that's the reason why we can't get into real relationships. All right, let me tell you about this one. You ready? I was in a monogamous relationship with my mother. No nasty shit. Here's what it meant, because most boys do it now because they have no daddy at home. Here's what it looks like. Hey, mommy, where you going? Mom, what you doing? Who you going out with? Now, you got to tell me where you going. This is what happens when the boy thinks that he's the man of the house, or he thinks that he's in a relationship, or he has some type of relationship with mom. But now what ended up happening is that now as I started growing up, I started realizing that every time my mom hurt me, I couldn't just dump her, couldn't just leave her, couldn't just break up with her. So I'd go to my aunt's house. Go run to my aunt, Tati Popola. I'd go to run to my aunt, named Michelle. Go to my godmother named Michelle. I'd go run to my aunt, Tati Marlene. I'd go to my cousin Tammy's house or something. And so having these relationships, I then got older. So when I was in a relationship with somebody who I cared for, it wasn't working out like that. I'd end up just stepping out. And I didn't realize that I was stepping out because I had this thing with my mom. I had this monogamous relationship with my mom, and it was just trickling on to relationships because that was the same energy that I was building. See, when boys are looking for mommies to raise them, I'm not looking for a mother to raise me. I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for a woman. I'm looking for a woman. Not really one. I'm looking for a woman. Wife is a title. But I'm not in here looking for my mama. Like, oh, I'm looking for somebody who's my mama again. No, we're not doing that because there were issues that I had growing up with my mom that then trickled down to relationships that I had within females. If you then turn and you look at my dad's a Rolling Stone. This nigga walk into a room, panties drop. Stories that I heard. He was a musician, really cool guy. There were things that he wasn't taught. Was it passed on down to me? Nah. So as years went on, I started to have to learn these things. But again, a lot of things are expected of men because they think that men know all this shit. No, they're severely wounded. There are a lot of men out there who are severely wounded. There are a lot of women out there who are severely wounded and don't want to talk about anything. And then expect to be in these grandioso, great, grand relationships and never talk about what the fuck they went through. You are dumb. Yo, what's going on, Harold? Man, I hope everything's good that day in New Orleans. I still love y'all. I always got this tattoo because of y'all. Yeah. But when this shit does clear, please let me know when I can come down to Mardi Gras. About to flash some titties. I'm playing. So, nah. But seriously though. But yeah, a lot of us are pretty much hurt from our parents. A lot of us are hurt from our fathers, our absent fathers. A lot of us are hurt from our ain't shit mothers. The mamas who raised the ain't shit niggas. Because at one point, I ain't gonna lie, I was an ain't shit nigga. At one point I was. I'm sorry I was. I wasn't taught right. I wasn't taught. I've learned. But at one point in time, and then that's where you have these women, oh, I'm tired of dealing with these ain't shit niggas. Well, if you have a son, woman, I suggest you stop raising ain't shit niggas. Just saying. Hey, mommy. How are you? Ooh. My mom is on the line now. But yeah, going back to being severely wounded. Nah, you can't be. I think that you guys I think we have to really heal our relationships, and I think our relationships really pretty much stem from our parents, and they pretty much trickle down to, so it starts from our parents, and then it trickles down to our teachers and stuff like that, and it keeps on going, and then you eventually get to your relationships. So you being severely wounded, and you not realizing that a lot of it stems from parents, and good things that parents did, bad things that parents did, things that were seen and things that were unseen. You can only tell about your parent. The one thing that I say is the next relationship that you get into, if you're not in one already, look at the parents if they're not deceased. If they are, I apologize in advance. I'm sorry. Actually, I apologize. I'm not a sorry person. I apologize. If they are alive and you are seeking to want to be with someone, I suggest the first thing you do is look at their parents. Look at their relationship. Look at how they interact with their parents and see how they move. From there, you will get a better sense of who you are going to deal with and whether or not you are going to be severely wounded in your relationship leaving it. Parents are the programmers. Parents program. Right now, I'm programming my daughters to be the best of themselves. I'm programming my son to be the best of himself. I ain't trying to put anything in him and try to make him into anything that I want him to be. No, be the best you. But at the same time, when we don't know how to do that, then we, in turn, when we get older and we get into these relationships, we still don't know how to deal with these relationships because we haven't been taught. We haven't even seen a proper one in our family. If we have, we still haven't been. Nobody has told us, hey, this is how it really goes. This is how it doesn't go. It's kind of like, hey, you kind of figure it out on your own. If you are, this is my end note. By the way, I'm quarantined for the next 14 days and 14-day homestay. If anybody knows me, I would definitely try to sneak out this bitch and figure out somewhere to go. Because I really do got to sit there and make some money. But everything really pretty much shut down in the city. Yes, man, everything good. Just trying to maintain the peace. Yeah, definitely will do, but you will have to wait till next year. No, I know. But next year, listen, man, I definitely come down there. I do have to visit those homes that I helped rebuild back during Hurricane Katrina time. So I think it's like 5 of them that I have to go back and check Harold. But I remember the addresses. They're in the Ninth Ward. But I definitely got this tattoo, bro, because of the memories and the times that we shared there. I appreciate you. But yeah. Before I go, just want to say this. Two spiels. Number one, if you guys would help me out, I do have merchandise. This is not in color. This is just obviously this is just black and white. But I do have merchandise that I am selling soon. I'm still working on the site. This is what happens when you're kind of stuck at home. I also have a book out as something that I'm working on, a book. So just DM me and just write launch party there, and then I'll just send you a link later on so that I could just send you those, and you guys will be the first ones to preview it. Last thing I do want to say before I just end off this spiel. Again, if you are severely wounded, and you know you are, you should not enter or entertain anyone who does not match your energy. See, I'm not going to say just don't do shit. That'd be wrong. Find someone who then is going to either match your energy, so two severely wounded people can kind of help each other out. But if you know that you are severely wounded, don't go ahead and try to talk to other people. And on the flip side, if you know somebody's severely wounded, don't go try to go Captain Saberho. You don't know what's in that. You do not know what's inside of that Pandora's box. You just seen it from the outside. You don't know what's attached to that person, what they got dealt with. See, me and what I'm going through right now, I'm very selective with who I even let know, because there's a lot of shit that I'm dealing with. I'm not trying to drag people onto the shit that I'm dealing with. If you can handle it, you can. If you can't. But that's stuff that I have to deal with. As a man, I bring you into that situation. As a man who's healing, I sit there and choose and say, hey, am I healing enough that I can allow you to be in this? Or, nah, I still need time for myself. And that's what people need. Stop getting out of these relationships, jumping right back into the next one, talking about, because then the next person is going to feel like, well, I'm a rebound person. Everybody's a rebound. Duh. The question then becomes, what kind of rebound? Did you bounce on the floor? Did you bounce off the rim? Did you bounce off the backboard? Did you get tapped by somebody else? Which rebound are you? But nah, just please heal for yourself. Check the person's, heal yourself. If you're in a relationship, whether you're in one or not, look at the parents. Just check how they move, check how they act, because you're then going to see what you're going to be dealing with. Love yourself enough that if you're wounded, don't deal with someone. And if someone else is wounded and they're trying to deal with you, love yourself enough to not deal with that person, because all they're going to do is bring you down within their misery and their stress. There are too many people out here in this world that you're picking one person who's severely wrong or severely wounded for you to go deal with. Let them go deal with their shit first, and then they come back to you if you're still there. And let them, and be bold about it. Listen, I can't fuck with you right now. I like you. I really like you. I really want to be with you, but I really can't fuck with you right now, because there are things that you got to deal with within yourself, and there's things that I got to deal with within myself. If you are still here, and if I'm still here, hey, it is. But if not, it is what it is. But I got to do this healing stuff first. People will love and respect you more for that than for you sitting there lying to yourself and lying to them, and you sitting there, and then fucking you get married, and next thing you know, you miserable and depressed, and you walking all around. No. I've been there. Trust me. You don't want to go through it. So, again, if you're not ready for healing, my advice and my suggestion to you is just don't deal with nobody until you're ready. Now, mind you, I didn't say don't have fuck boys and fuck buddies. I didn't sit there and say don't go out to dinners and shit. I didn't say don't go out. Right now, since we got the COV, I don't think anybody's going out. I know some people are cuddled up in this, they're going to have the COVD kids. But yeah, you have to heal yourself. You have to come and you have to heal yourself. If anybody wants some advice or anything, just know that in the next maybe 2-3 weeks, I am creating a program, a mentoring program, where we'll be mentoring people to become the upgrade, and it's just pretty much working on you. I'm just a little too harsh, and I'm gonna be okay with it being harsh. We're just letting you know, like, how are you gonna upgrade yourself? What the fuck does that look like for you? I don't give a fuck what I say. I don't give a fuck how I say it. Pressure makes diamonds. So obviously the stuff that you've been doing hasn't been working. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's figure that stuff out together. But you will see that up soon too. Besides that though, guys, have a great day. Well, have a great day despite of what's going on with this corona. Please be safe. Please check on your loved ones. For those who are over a certain age or under a certain age, please also make sure that you are very hydrated. If you are a smoker, I suggest you put down the Black and Milds and just smoke weed. If you are, because they are talking about the lungs. If you are, you smoke cigarettes or whatever, just watch out. Yeah, and just stay home. It's not gonna get any better. It's actually gonna get a little worse. Then it's gonna get better. So just ride this out. Be creative, and just it's gonna end. So when it ends, people still gonna live. So just do that. All right, y'all. I'm out. I got to do my workout for the day while I'm quarantined in here. Might as well get this corona summer body ready. Get it ready now. All right, y'all. Peace out.